What would you say stands out about AquaFunded, and what's something that you like about AquaFunded?
The first thing I like about AquaFunded is the customer service or the support. 24/7, if you have any little doubt, you have people always on standby to give you an answer. And the guys are so polite. So AquaFunded just gave me that room to trade with them.
Why you're using prop firms?
If you want to be a disciplined trader, I would say this is my own personal experience. You got to use prop firm, because when you have your personal funds, like me, when I had my personal funds, there are times I will not follow my trading rules. No one to punish me for me not following my rules, right?
Today we have a very special guest here with us, a trader with a lifetime payout of over $3,600 just with AquaFunded alone. He's had an incredible journey with us, achieving 3 payouts, someone we can all learn a lot from. So make sure to get rid of any distractions, subscribe for much more value coming up, and without any further ado, let's get into it. So I'd like to welcome Emmanuel. Thank you so much for being here today.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me too.
So Emmanuel, give us a quick introduction about yourself.
All right. I'm Emmanuel. I'm a safety officer, and at the same time, I'm a trader. So I started my journey in trading after I lost so much in investment platforms. So that was in 2020. So I decided to venture into this journey, Forex. So I met some mentors, which I paid for my training, of course. And from that time till now, I've been training and trading, not as a full-time trader, because I also work as a safety officer.
Okay, that was going to lead to my next question. So when and how, could you tell us when and how you got started with trading? What was your trading story?
Yeah, the trading story, as I said earlier, was after I lost so much money on investment platforms. So at that time, as a young man who was growing, you are eager, you want to make some extra cash from your normal jobs. So then you will see these people coming online, invest $100, you get 2% every day, 1% every day. So to me, it was just so amazing. But in the long run, I discovered that these people were just there to, all of those programs were just Ponzi. So they were just there to take our money, and maybe after 6 months, it just disappeared. So after I lost money in about 4 platforms, I don't want to mention them, I decided in 2020 that I was to do something on my own, where I will be in control of my own money and where all the decision will come from myself. So if I'm losing money, I know, okay, I'm losing this money because of my wrong decision, or maybe because I didn't, analyze the market well. So then I came across, I did accounting in school, accounting and finance. So I did economics as well. So while I was in economics, of course, we did a course, a topic that was the foreign exchange market. So I was reviewing my thoughts. So I just said, okay, now let me start to practicalize what I learned in school. So I started, okay, now I need to do this Forex practically. What can I do? So I searched for mentor. So I bought an online course for $100 at a time. Then I started, and that is where I started. From 2020 to 2021, I was still a struggling trader, struggling, trying to find my balance between work and trading. After I lost a lot, man, but it was good because it was a good experience. So yeah, from there, and 2022, then, and this year 2023, trust me, after all the struggle, I came across AquaFunded. AquaFunded can make you become a very disciplined trader. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Before I joined AquaFunded, man, I can say I was trading, but I wasn't a trader. There's a difference between trading and becoming a trader. For you to become a trader, you got to be disciplined. And
100%.
AquaFunded taught me that discipline. Trust me. I manage AquaFunded's funds more than I can manage my own personal funds because of the rules they put in place. And because of that, I'm able to manage even my own personal funds that I have. So all kudos to AquaFunded.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. That was going to lead me to my next question. Could you tell us why you're using prop firms And what would you say are the advantages and how it's helped your trading career?
Yeah, actually, I won't lie to you. Apart from if you want to be a disciplined trader, I would say this is my own personal experience. You got to use prop firm because when you have your personal funds, like me, when I had my personal funds, there are times I would not, I will not follow my trading rules. Okay, there are times I will not follow my trading rules, and there is no one to, fine me for that. There's no one to punish me for me not following my rules, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you have a prop firm, you have that ability to work with all discipline because if you breach this rule, you're going to lose your account. And because you are not willing to lose your account, then you are forced to follow all the rules you put in place. And when you do that repeatedly, it becomes now a habit. Then you can go back on your personal account, then you can blow from there. So I think that for every trader, which if you are experiencing losses, then I think you should go for AquaFunded. And AquaFunded as well has also helped me to, raise capital. You can have your $160, $160. You want to trade in your personal account, but you can easily blow that account because maybe of the movement, maybe of the lot sizes you use. But when you use a prop firm, if you use that $160 and acquire a prop firm of, let's say, $25,000, then you pass the challenges, then you see that you have a very big leverage in the market for you to
Mhm.
trade. Yeah.
That's really a good way to put it. You're
Yeah.
saying a lot of people would struggle to manage their own personal income. So to
Mhm.
have a better kind of disciplined approach, they
Mhm.
would need to, join a prop firm where
Mhm.
it comes with certain rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has helped me a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was gonna say I was gonna ask you a question. So there's a lot of prop firms out there in the
Mhm.
market. What would you say stands out about AquaFunded, and what is it like? What's something that you like about AquaFunded?
All right. The first thing I like about AquaFundex is when the customer service or the support 24/7. Like if you have any little doubt, you have people always on standby to give you an answer. And the guys, I don't know, the guys are so polite. Yeah. There is no issue I ever faced, and someone will speak to me rudely or someone, no. If you write to them, maybe in the general group, or you open a ticket, man, you always go home satisfied. Yeah. So away from that, away from the customer service, I also like the profit split, man. The
Hmm.
profit split is so amazing. You trade and then you get 90%. It's so amazing. Yeah. It's so, 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 so amazing. And their rules and aquaponics rules is so soft that you can easily navigate. I don't know if I can put this because sometimes I don't like to. When I'm trading, I cut losses. Okay, I don't want to put stop losses because of market manipulation. Sometimes you can just see a week is bypassing and taking your stop losses and then I'm going your way. But aqua funders will tell you, okay, you can trade without stop losses, but make sure that you take in account your daily drawdown. So with that, trust me, and that type of trader who can just cut losses but who will not place stop losses. So AquaFunded just gave me that room to trade with
Hmm.
them, and I was very very happy that I was able to fit in that direction.
I'm glad you did.
Mhm.
So you've made over $3,600 in three payouts,
Okay.
um, and started with a $25,000 funded capital. That's very
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
Could you share how much you invested into these challenges to get there, and what was your thinking process behind buying these challenges?
Okay. I think I started with an account of 10K. I think I bought an account of 10K, which it didn't go well because I was still struggling to integrate my former self into the new self. Okay. So I was still trading the same way I used to trade my personal account. So I got an account of 10K. I blew the account. Then the second account, I think was still 10K. I still blew the account. So I went back. I was like, okay, what is the problem? Now I'm not the problem, and the market is not is I am the problem. The market is not the problem, and aquafunding is not the problem. So I need to change my former self to fit into the new style of trading. I need to become a trader. I don't just have to trade. So at that point now, I said, okay. So I gathered some funds again, and I got an account of 25K. I said, this 25K account, I have to follow the rules and I have to see where this thing will lead me. And trust me, in the first phase of that account, I think was in the first of that account, I passed the first phase within 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah. And the second phase was after 2 days, and I got funded. And trust me, it was so amazing that after I followed the rules in place, then I developed my strategies. And also before, I used to trade many pairs. I used to analyze many pairs, right? So I just came down. So I just narrowed my pairs, and that's how I was able to pass the challenges, and I was able to have the 3 payouts that you are talking about.
Okay, that's great to
Yeah.
hear. So let's get into your trading style and approach. What would you say is your trading style, and could you walk us through your approach to navigating the forex markets?
All right. Thank you for that question. Okay. In 2020, as I told you, my mentor, he taught us uh about chart patterns and about support and resistance and trend lines. Okay. So after that, I saw a lot of my friends going into other strategies. So I followed them. I followed those guys. And when I followed them, I discovered that I was losing more. All right. I was losing more when I followed with the other strategies. So I came back to my initial strategy in 2020 December. I came back to my normal strategy that was taught, which was the trend line, the chart patterns, which of course was the market structure. Trust me, from that time, it has just been so amazing. Trend lines, if you know how to apply them. So the only thing I added to what my mentor taught me, it was the use of order blocks or fair value gaps to integrate into my trend line strategy or the chart patterns. So, and when I use my order blocks and the fair value gaps, then I was able to have a win rate of about 80 or 85% when I use my trend line or chart patterns. You see this set on BTC, right? So here, you see this trend line. This is the first trend line, okay? It got broken here. Then I just wait for a retest. It's retesting at an order block. Then I make my entry. All right. When I make my entry here, then I just put my TP at the beginning of the trend line, which I drew, and the TP was hit. So then I come here, I draw another trend line, and it gets broken, it pulls back. Then we don't have any order block here, okay? And we don't have any fair value gap. So there is no reason why. And then at this point, because once it's pulling back, I'm looking at fair value gap or order block. But if there's no fair value gap or order block, I'll be looking at the pullback only at the trend line. So I'll make
Mhm.
my entry there. Then you see, then I'm targeting the next order block of fair value gap, and the target is met. So this was on Bitcoin. Now this is on Euro USD. This is a chart pattern, right? So it got broken here at one day. Then I went on 1 hour time frame. I make my entry. This euro is going to reach up to my TP. So this is simply a break and retest of the trend line. Then if you come on gold, many people were selling gold. I think it was yesterday. Yes, but I had a break of my trend line on gold, and I went for a long position on gold, and that is how you see it that I had I had a long position yesterday only because of this breakout. So that is how I trade. Very simple. I don't complicate my analysis.
Okay, that's a really good
Yeah, that's
strategy. Yeah, I was gonna say one thing that we can take away from this is that you shouldn't follow other people's strategies.
that is
You
it.
should listen to, what work, or you should see what works for you and
What
stick
works
to
for
that.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because what worked for me was what my mentor taught me, but I included the fair value gap and the other blocks for more effectiveness.
Okay.
Yeah.
My next question would be, what is your advice on passing challenges and then
Mhm.
getting payouts?
All right. My first advice on passing the challenges and getting paid out, guys, you just have to become a trader. Don't only trade, but become a trader. This is what I tell people. If you want to become a trader, then you have to have principles, and not only having the principles, but also following them. And if you are not principled enough, then I think AquaFunded has provided us with some rules, which if you just follow them, then you can become principled. This is what I've discovered. This is what worked for me. So if you want to pass your challenge, get the account, risk 2% of your account per trade. When you make a loss, stay away from the market. Do not do a revenge trading. Secondly, which is the most important that I faced a lot of, I faced last year, do not add position to losing trades. Don't add position to losing trades. Then don't shift your stop losses. If you place your stop losses, stop shifting your stop losses. These are the things that killed me last year. So I've thought of adding position to losing trades. I thought of shifting stop losses. Then revenge trading. Don't be involved in any of these three. If not, you are going nowhere as a trader. If you follow these things, then you put your daily target. Because I forgot to tell you, my daily target, I used to go for 1:3, 1:3. Though I've shown you my screen that I can go for 1:5, but at 1:3, I make sure that I close even 90% of my positions. Yeah, so once I have my 1:3, I know I'm done for the day. So have your target for the day, guys, and make sure that if you meet your target for the day, if you see any other setup, you don't need to enter. If you become a disciplined trader, then I think that passing AquaFunded challenges and getting payout will just be peanuts for you.
Yeah, that's really good advice.
Yeah.
I have one last question. So for a younger Emmanuel, or for
Yes,
those
please.
aspiring to become successful traders that are maybe beginners or
Mhm.
still struggling, what piece of advice would you give them?
Yeah. All right. So if you're a beginning trader or a struggling trader, all I can tell you is even at my level, trust me, every weekend I meant for my studies. I revise my strategy every weekend. What do I mean by revising my strategy? It means that I study every weekend. So for the fact that I have a strategy that is working, it doesn't mean that I don't invest in learning or to acquire more knowledge about the forex trading. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that to every trader or struggling trader or newbies, make sure you acquire the right knowledge before you start investing into the financial market. Trust me, that comes to what I said earlier. Don't only trade, but become a trader. Make sure that you invest in acquiring the right knowledge before you can venture into forex trading. And you can, as well, of course, very important, look for a mentor, someone you aspire to be like. Then learn the person's strategy, backtest it. If it's working, then you can go live. So it's all about acquiring the knowledge and looking for a mentor to follow.
Yeah, that's really good advice. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for sharing your insights and experiences with us.
Mhm.